Hello, hello, my lovely collective. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Collective, y'all got the Mother and the Sword, Alithia and the Vision. Not a whole lot at the onset, but I'm just like, identity. Everybody's got a million identities. Right? It's true. And I just kind of feel like there is this collective disconnect from generic identities. Because I think that as a society, we've been separated in a lot of ways, right down to, like the footage that needs to be between us. It's been an energy that's been impacting us in a very, very big way. And if there is an energy that impacts identity in such a like on such a massive spectrum, I just feel like there's more to the equation. And I feel like you're figuring out more to the equation and you're cutting away with these generic identities. Because in order for you to move forward, like you have to stand in your fullest, like your fullest truth. Like full of truth. And that means not having to, drag along all these, I don't know, prefab identities. you know? Okay. Collective. I hope everyone's doing well. Having a wonderful day. It's really pretty out today. Like soups. It's really pretty out almost every day though. Can't lie. Collective. Okay, we have the night. Oh my god, that is an entire stack. Sorry, give me just a minute. Well, damn, you got a lot of majors. Okay, so we are going to start with the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Because I think that there has been a sense of just dealing with a lot of lack and really and truly being better off on your own. And I feel like a lot of that has been because there have just been all of these identities that have been placed against you. And when people place identities against you, and we're talking full-blown identities, you want to go down the family context, the friend context, the political context, the religious context, the every other category context that we didn't mark off on that one. I just feel like just get it off, get it all off. And I think that, like that's what you're doing. Like you're making decisions to like get break free of these identities that like don't fit even, like they leave you feeling like there's a whole lot of lack. There's nothing to gain from them. There's no sincerity behind them. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, no. And I think making a decision to go in a direction that I don't know, because you ever feel like this just feels like a long time coming, like a decision that was a long time coming. And I think that's what like where that like slowed energy is, because this energy doesn't feel terribly slow, if I'm being honest. It feels fairly quick. But I think that it's slow because I think it's backed with an energy that says it was a long time coming. Well, because I think when you're like, I don't know, because I just see like being handcuffed to something. And if you're like handcuffed to something, you can't go as fast as you would go if you weren't handcuffed. You know, and I feel like you're being handcuffed to, I don't know why, I just see somebody handcuffed to a fence and it's like they can't get to where they're trying to go because they're fucking stuck to this fence. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It feels very frustrating though. And I think that when you decide to do away with these identities, it's basically like freeing yourself from these handcuffs and coming back to life, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like this, it's been a long time coming. I was trying to get there. I was handcuffed to the gate. You know, like, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like this. Well, I don't know, because the story that's coming through is it's kind of a silly story. It's a little funny, but it's just kind of this idea of, well, because I think of an emperor becoming very upset with someone, like, why haven't they brought me my dinner yet? You know? And I feel like there's this sense of being handcuffed to a gate and somebody like running in and being like, okay, I got it. You know, like, my bad, I got handcuffed to the gate. You know? Y'all, I love it though. Anyways, and I feel like that anger dissipates. That anger is alchemized. Well, I mean, because the truth about a vision, right? Because people can create stories around a story really easily. That's not a difficult thing to do. We're not going to count that as much of a skill, right? But that's, that's not what's happening here. And I think that whatever it is that you're working on that was being attacked, I almost feel like this oversimplification. It's like when a little kid tries to put their mom's makeup on and they look, like they just got their mama's makeup, didn't they? They got it all over their faces, bless their hearts. You know what I mean? like that kind of feel. Collective. The Emperor again. The Empress. The Moon. The Magician again. Y'all. The Page of Cups. The Two of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Well, the Two of Cups is the idea of a couple that's separated, knowing that they will come back together. And the Page of Cups is the idea of focus. And I just kind of get this sense of, well, that irritation, that like, why aren't you here yet? Like, why haven't you done this yet? Of the emperor that feels angered. I think that anger is tempered again because of this idea that when you follow your intuition, you're more powerful than I think you even realize. What does this feel like to me? This feels like to me when you actually fucking manifested what you were trying to manifest. Because sometimes I steady think we just be feeling like, I know that is not what I meant to manifest. That is not what I said. How do I need to be more specific next time? You know, like, excuse me. Be feeling some type of way, yes. But I do think all of that's changing. I do think all of that's changing. Because I feel like both sides of this story. I feel like, the emperor being like, okay, let's go, right? And there being this split. And I kind of get this feeling, and these are gender neutral, so take what resonates, how it resonates, and leave the rest. We all embody both female, feminine, and masculine energy. But I feel like when there's this call to action to go, there's this sense that like this person fell behind. This empress energy fell behind. And I feel like this emperor energy is just frustrated, like, why aren't you here? We said we were going to go. Where are you at? What are you doing? You're full of shit. Da 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 da. All of these identities. Meanwhile, I feel like Sister was handcuffed to the gate. Like, and she was coming. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there is just this sense of having to ease a frustration. I don't think that it's a difficult task to do because it's almost like, well, I don't know, like if somebody was ever late for something and, you're like angry with them and then, like they finally show up and then you find out that they were in this accident and they just watched this car blow up and you know what I mean? Like all of this stuff just like, and then you're like, but like they were trying to get there the whole time. Like if any of the anger that you would have felt thinking, oh, this person's just standing me up or this person, they don't really care about me. They don't really, whatever. I don't know, however that plays out for you. But I feel like any of those emotions that you were feeling when the person finally gets there completely dissipate. Because I don't know, I feel like there's just more relief that they showed up than anger that they were missing. Because the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. You feel me? Collective. Justice. And the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Well, exactly. It's that sense of like feeling like something's wrong until you realize that like nothing was wrong at all. Nothing was really wrong. Everything's fine. Like it wasn't like there was a horrible accident along the way. I just like that's what I feel like that has turned into. And all of this anger and backstabbing and frustration and confusion and it's like no, 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 no. No, 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 no. you know, um, can like cut away with those identities that are just like not. Start with that, you know, and stand in the fullness of the truth of who you are and what you envision in your life and why. And be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with others and not show up with an identity that's going to need to be cut away with. Right? I love all of that. Okay, let's do one last card for a collective and we'll call it a read. The river and the seed. Well, I mean, I guess there's a couple of ways it could read. You know, one idea would be that, like, you don't want your seed to get washed down the river. You want to plant it before, I don't know, because I just think like there's like a time when people plant things. I'm not much of a gardener, admittedly, although I do have goals. But I know that people plant things at a certain time of year because if you plant them too early and the frost comes, then it kills the seed. If you plant it too late, then it doesn't get enough water and it doesn't sprout. And you know what I mean? And I just kind of feel like there's this sense of like there being this, like, this is the time is now. I'm not like, I don't know. You know, there's just that sense of this, like, whether the weather's not going to be, there's only going to be a small window where there's this perfect time to plant this seed. And I feel like it's going to require you to break away, like, from this identity. I feel like you do. I feel like you make it, you break out of the identity. I don't know because it does kind of feel like a team effort, doesn't it? you know, like it kind of does because I guess I guess I just kind of get the sense of like separated at an early age, separated early on, separated years ago, separated months ago, separated however long that plays out for you. But for some people, I do feel like it could be like, God, we knew each other when we were so young. Like so much has changed since then, you know, like that kind of energy. Um, I just, I don't know how to play out for everyone individually, you know. Um, because I also think that it could be one of those things where it's like you've gone through this really uncomfortable experience and like because you've gone through this uncomfortable experience, like you've somehow been wrapped around in all these identities and you just feel like I don't even know. I'm so tired. I don't even want to bother myself with knowing. You know what I mean? Like I can't handle it right now. That's a lot to deal with. And just like not wanting to deal with people and not wanting to deal with situations and then and then not I think not dealing for a while until you all of a sudden like you're dealing. And like I feel like somebody like maybe you agreed to something and this person was waiting for you to show up and you weren't showing up, but I feel like you weren't showing up because for whatever reason you were trapped in something that was like not easy for you to get out of. And you were fighting. And I think maybe there was a little bit of frustration from you because you feel like, well, it wouldn't have taken me so long to get here if I hadn't been fucking fighting the whole time. You know what I mean? Like calm down, sir. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know. Like I think it could play out a lot of different ways for a lot of different people because, we are all one energy experiencing itself. But I'm so happy to be a part of this energy with you. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. Thank you for spending some time with me. If this did resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.